Bum, 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 bum. Oh my goodness. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Bum, 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 bum. Let me mute me. Mute me. I watch me on YouTube, so I know what you guys are watching, because it works that way. So, how was your week? My week was good. I didn't go anywhere. I did not go anywhere. I didn't leave the house, but it was a good week anyway. I got some more rows done on my sweater back, the back panel for my sweater. I see what else did I do? Oh, and I gained lots. And then today I did something totally epic. I screwed my computer up, game wise. So yeah, I gotta fix it. That's where my head right is right now. Is trying to figure out where. Well, I know where I went wrong. I'm trying to fix it, so we'll see if I manage to do it. But basically, my game won't work right now. It's dead in the water because I did something so totally stupid. If you're going to move a folder from your computer to like a thumb drive or something to save, like to empty up some storage space, at least open up that folder first and find out what is in it. I didn't. I thought I knew because it was just my documents folder. And I'm always in that thing. Well, I forgot. I thought I knew and I didn't. And I forgot that Skyrim puts the save game folder in the documents folder. So basically what I did is I moved all the save games, so then Vortex didn't know where the save games were. Well, no. It figured it out. I managed to point it to the new place. And it worked, but it was incredibly slow because apparently the little drive I put it on, although a terabyte in size and it had lots and lots and lots of space on it wasn't fast. So every time my computer went to save something, and this happened every time I opened a door and went through it, every time I moved locations, it was very annoying. It would really take a long time, like we're talking minutes, like 5, 6 minutes to save. So yeah, I said enough of this. I'll just move it back. So I did. I moved all the data back, but trying to get Vortex to see that I moved it back is not easy. So yeah, I've uninstalled Vortex. I've reinstalled Vortex. I tried to run it. It said, no, I can't run. I can't see the documents folder. So yeah, I screwed up. So the next, um, the next fix I have is to, uh, back up everything onto my thumb drive and, wipe my machine and reinstall everything again. But that means I'll lose all my save games and the prompt. Well, no, because I'm going to move it over. It might be savable. Might be savable. Anyway, yeah. Don't do things unless you know exactly what you're doing. Yeah. And this isn't Windows like 7, which was really easy to, manipulate. No, this is Windows 10 because my computer can't do Windows 11. Hiya, Bear. How are you doing? Well, I'm glad you did. Welcome in. How was your week? So, I've been crocheting and I've been gaming until today. So, we'll see. We'll see how far I get if I can fix it on my own or I need to wipe the computer and reinstall everything, which I've already wiped it before, so it's not like there's any music on it. I just got to move my documents over and my photo folder over to a thumb drive, and then I can wipe everything. And then, because Windows has that lovely feature where you can take it back to factory, and I'll just re-download all of my programs that I want and start everything from scratch, which will reset that document link. And I don't have to think really hard to figure out how to fix it. That would be the easiest way. It's just time consuming. But I think I might do that. Because I don't have any music on this computer anymore. I took it off the last time I wiped and I never put it back on. Photos are on here because I use them with this channel. Um, and with like Facebook and all that. So Instagram. More crafting and some gaming. I tried that. I tried. And actually, I have my crafting right here. I have my sweater right here. So it helps because I find my gaming, I get bored with it at times. At times when I'm through, going through a bunch of quests that I already know from other playthroughs, but you have to get it done to go on to to get the quests done. You have to take those steps. And it's just, so you get bored, or I get bored. And that's when I like to take a break from gaming and crochet. So that's what I've been doing. But yeah, trying to find a balance between the two is not easy sometimes because I'm up here now. I've been up here all week uh, because this is where my computer is. Usually I carry it up and down the stairs, but I really tried to be here this week and see if I worked on my room anymore. Meh, very upset to say no, I didn't. Is that a surprise? Only to me. Only to me. So, no, why? Because I was gaming if I was in here. Or I was crocheting, but I wasn't working. I wasn't putting yarn in bags. I wasn't emptying the room, and I really should. But I'm trying. I'm trying to find a balance. Some things are just not coming very well, and that's just how it is with me. On another note, I'm forgetting things more and more and more and more. So maybe I'll forget about how disappointed I am in myself and go on. I can hope. I can hopefully forget. Because we're always harder on ourselves, and I find I'm very hard on myself. But that's just who I am. So, yeah. How's your day been? So yeah, instead of staying up all night gaming, I'm probably staying up all night and wiping my computer off because I think that's just going to be the best way to deal with it. It's going to be the fastest and the easiest, just more time consuming, but I can start it tonight and it can download stuff while I go to bed. Yeah, yeah. I can't wait till I get a new computer. Think of it this way, Trish. This is all practice for when you get your new laptop. Because you're going to have to transfer everything over. So, yeah, I screwed up. I hate it when I screw up. Especially on something I should know. I should have checked that drive. I should have. It was just so stupid not to. Such a stupid, stupid mistake not checking the drive first, like the folder, the documents folder on my computer. Not checking that first. If I had just checked that first and seen the Skyrim folder inside it, I wouldn't have messed with it. You play Stardew Valley lately? Yeah, I've heard that's a good game. But I love my Skyrim. I really do. I have a number of mods now downloaded to enhance the gameplay experience because I've played vanilla for years. Vanilla means the base game, and I'm bored with it. Uh, so when they came out with mods, I've been well. When I found out about mods, not when they came out. They came out with mods the minute the game started, I'm sure. But it's just really changed the game for me now. I'm trying to keep my mod list down because my computer can't handle a bunch of mods. So, and I know there's a whole bunch of mods on Nexus mods for Stardew Valley. I know that because Stardew Valley is such a popular game. I have seen it. It is in the list of games. So, if you're interested, it's free. You can pay Nexus mods. I think it's like 16 Canadian a month, and get premium downloads. And if you're going after like a collection, which is a collection of mods somebody's already put together and tested to make sure they work right, and then put it up there. So if you want to install a specific collection, which is, well, one has over 500 mods, it's 1,500 mods. Like, seriously, some of these collections are huge. Um, you want to have premium, even if it's just for 1 month. You want to have premium because it just downloads faster. Oh yeah, you're gonna go down that rabbit hole and nobody's gonna see you for a bit because there's just so much. There's so much. It's not just, there's utilities on top of, that help your game run better, and then there's mods that enhance the gameplay or the immersion, or, you know, like, just wow, lots of different things. Oh wow, that's exciting. Isn't that exciting? I'm level 47. No, not that high. I'm not 41. I think I'm 42. Yes, level 42. That makes more sense than level 47. But yeah, the bad thing about this is I might have to start a new game. We'll see. Yes, right? Oh, yes. When I buy myself a new computer, new laptop, I'm buying my husband the same new laptop. We got same phones this year. It just makes life so much easier for me because now I just need to learn one thing, not two things, for when I help him. So, yeah. Yes, I do. I do have a bad experience with your computer, honey, all the time. It doesn't like me, even though, I went to school and I have a diploma with distinction that says I know my stuff. But his computer just jinxes me all the stinking time. I touch it, it just decides, yeah, no, I'm not going to let you do what you want to do. But yeah, I always have a bad experience with his computer. I really do. That's why this next time when I buy laptops, they're going to be the same stinking laptop because I just only have to learn one thing. And if I set mine up, I'll set his up the same damn way. Probably with a few changes because he likes a few little different things than I do. And those changes I think will not be anything big from what I'm remembering. In other words, it should be easy to do. But yeah, he has a Dell. I have an Asus right now. It's really difficult. It just different. So yeah, just different. It's not too bad. It's still Windows, but yeah. So it shows a lot of light in the camera, but there's not a lot of light here. Exactly right. That's why I have a laptop too. I like to be comfortable and move it around. I like the option of going to different rooms. I love being able to play on my laptop in bed. I do. I don't, but I like that. That's just one of my hidden pleasures. I like that. Almost like eating in bed. It's something you don't do very often, but it's a secret pleasure. Yeah. My son just bought a really nice desktop system for himself for school, and it is sweet. And I don't know the specs on it because he didn't tell me the specs, but he told me when I come to visit him, and I actually come in to visit him, I can meet his new child. Yes. So I'm like one of those ones that'll be there with the digital underlords going, "Ooh, pick me, I want to be first." I just I like seeing where technology is going. Yes, it can be used for evil. Yes, we've got to keep a handle on it. Yes, I totally agree with all of that and more. But all of that aside, it's really cool to see what technology can do. It's really awesome. Hey, Susan, how are you doing? Happy Friday. So yeah, Stardew Valley has a lot of mods out there on Nexus mods, and I work with Vortex. It's a mod manager. You download it on your computer and then you use it to download all your mods and set up your game. So, and then you play through it. It's cool. Yep. But yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to transfer everything over to my 32 gig hard drive, thumb drive, and wipe my computer tonight. I took a 5 hour energy. I'll be up for a few hours. I can get this wiped and possibly reinstalled. Well, what I'm doing is I'm not really wiping everything, but, well, I am. Taking everything that I put on the computer and I'm wiping it out. But Windows is still going to be there if I remember correctly. I already did it once. I just can't remember. It wasn't that long ago either, which is really scary, but there you go. Mental illness sucks, folks. Oh, you're just working on the Jericho blanket? Right on. And your mom cooked you roast with vegetables today. Oh, mmm. My honey, my love, my wonderful husband made ribs, beef ribs. He brought home beef ribs because he went to Regina and did the shopping for the month on Wednesday. And I stayed home. Me and the dog stayed home. And it he came home with a turkey. We're gonna have turkey some night. Uh, don't know when, but we're gonna have a turkey soon. I love turkey nights. But he brought home beef ribs and he cooked them up yesterday. And they were awesome. And he has a special way of cooking them up so that the dogs can eat the bones safely. And so yeah, Gus got two bones. Little bit still working on one. It is funny because it's not a big beef bone, and she's carrying it around. It's a little heavy, but she manages. Oh, I get a kick out of seeing her just drag in everything. Like when she's going after toys, she goes up to the toy box. She decides which toy she wants because she's being very specific. She doesn't just want a toy. No, 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 no. She's got to get her nose in there and sniff around and move things around and dig. She's looking for the specific toy. And when she finds that specific toy, she picks it up and she carries it, no matter how big or heavy it is, she carries it over to where I call it her nest area. It's it's right by the front door. Um it's on a crocheted rug. Uh I made it for my dogs to lie on the floor and it just turned out to be a place where people put their feet and shoes on. And it's not a big deal because that's exactly what it's for. So she goes over there and she bunches up the rug so that it's all bumpy, and she starts dragging toys one by one over there. Toys, bones, and then I have to go and pick them all up, and she does it all over again. Ooh, Susan on the sixth row. That's awesome. Oh, they are enjoying the bone marrow. They love it. They love it. And Susan's making some frozen fish patties for her dinner. That's awesome. Yeah, good treats for the doggos. It helps with their teeth. And it's funny watching a chihuahua just go. "Arr, arr, 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 arr." She's so cute when she's doing that. Yeah, that's what my husband would do with those too, is make a sandwich. I should cook up that tilapia we got in the freezer. Hmm. What to do with it? I usually bread it and then fry it, and it just ends up with a light seasoned breading, and it mostly comes off while I'm frying it. I have one little dog and one big dog. I have a PTSD service dog named Gus. He's a golden lab, a yellow lab. And then I have Little Bit, who is a Chihuahua, and she will be a year old next month. Or she's, no, sorry, she's just over a year. She's 14 months. That's right. What is next month? Oh, next month on the 3rd is the day we got her. It'll be a year we got her. Your little dog bit you? Oh, you picked him up the wrong way? Gotta face him away from you? Hmm, that's unfortunate. There's always a reason. My dogs are snoozing. They're snoring. Yeah. Snoring, 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 snoring. You see that pink ball of yarn right here? And get off my yarn. Get off my yarn, you stupid bug. This is the label for it. Somebody got into a bag of yarn, that one right there, and pushed it open, nosed it open, dug it open, grabbed that pink ball of yarn, and started eating the label. And I, of course, missed it until it finally dawned on me that that's the sound of paper rustling, and I shouldn't be hearing paper rustling. And I look behind me, and sure enough, she's got the ball of yarn on the floor, unwrapped, and the label in shreds. I was not pleased. She loves my yarn. I think she's jealous of it, actually, because there are times downstairs when she'll come to me to play, but I'm busy crocheting, and I don't. And then she gets miffed. She actually comes up and she puts her front paws on my yarn or the yarn bag or the object I'm crocheting. Like she lets you know she's not happy with what you're doing. You should pay attention to her. Yeah, she's a handful, but she's quiet. She's a quiet Chihuahua, which is very nice. Although she barks a lot at my game. She does. Somebody will say hello, and she perks right up and woof because it's an unfamiliar voice. And what else does she bark at? She barks at the TV when hubby's watching some of his shows. Sometimes there'll be a honk from a horn, like a car horn going off, or sirens, or somebody knocking on a door or something, or a doorbell, and like all those various little sounds. She barks at them sometimes. Sometimes. We're working on it. It's a work in progress, but I don't want a yappy puppy. So, and she didn't bark for the longest time as a puppy. She really didn't. So, but now she has her voice. So, yeah, she talks. Ah, he's usually quiet. He's old. Yeah, it's nice when they're quiet. My mama told me yappy chihuahuas are the worst, and she's right. They are. Um, my last Chihuahua Skipper Key, he was a Chihuahua Skipper Key cross, and it was just, I love him, and I still do. He was my Punta puppy. Yes, Punta puppy. My husband named him. How can you tell? So he he was a yappy chihuahua. He saw people in the window, he'd yap at them. Cars, he'd yap at. Oh my goodness. Everything he yapped at. Oh wow, 12 to 14? Wow. That's awesome. Yeah, we lost Punta shortly after we moved here. He passed away. He we don't know how old he was because he came to us, you know, he was a stray who found his way in our house, and it was really special how he came to us. So we kind of kept him, um, and couldn't find his home. Like we sent the kids up and down the streets asking, and nobody lost a little dog. Nobody copped to losing a little dog. And then it wasn't until a month and a half later, or something like that, or it was a while later that his owner showed up and offered me $20, $25 for looking after his dog and teaching him how to be house trained because he wasn't house trained when we got him. And I said, "You're not getting him." I said, "Well, we'll let the dog decide." Dog wanted nothing to do with him. And then that's all I remember. But when he passed, he had eyebrows. He was all black, eh? And then his face started going white, and then he developed eyebrows. He actually had little white eyebrows over his eyes. It was funny. And then he passed away. I miss him. I missed having a little dog, so we got a little bit. And it eases the missing, but I still miss Punta. I call her Punta all the time. I don't mean to, because she's not the same dog, but yeah. Yeah, no. Yeah, exactly right, because it was like, I guess the dog wanted, like, you can always tell dogs. If they're happy with you, they're not going to run away. Now, don't get me started on the ones that actually just run for the sheer joy of running. Those dogs, they might come back, but by the time they stop, turn around, look at where they end up, chances are they don't know how they got there. But in my belief, if a dog is very happy with his home, he's not going to want to leave. Like my husband's dog Dizzy, she never wandered out of the yard. My dogs don't wander out of the yard. Gus will go into the neighbor's yard, yes. He'll go into the field, yes, but he doesn't go down to the street. He rarely goes in the front yard. He sticks to the side. Um, Little bit we keep on a leash because I don't know what she would do yet outside, but I'm getting more and more comfortable with her being off the leash inside the house because I kept her on the leash for inside the house too for a while, but she's off the leash now. Well, she's on a leash now because it just keeps her here in the room, but because that door does not close. Yeah, well, this was up north, eh? Like up north, way up north. So, and it was the Monday before Christmas. No, it was the weekend before Christmas. Christmas was on Monday. That's how that went. And we went for a walk Friday, Saturday, Friday, I think. And it was cold. It was bitterly, bitterly, bitterly cold. Like we're talking minus 40. It was nasty with the wind chill. It was nasty out. And we got back around noon from our walk, went in the house, closed the door, and we didn't open the door again until hours later when there was a knock on the door. And it was a friend of my son's looking for my son. So we let him in, and in comes this little frozen little black dog. And the little black dog didn't stop. He walked right past my husband, right up the stairs because it was split level, right up the stairs, and our dogs and cat were sitting at the top of the stairs, because the dogs always had to know who was coming in, right? And they stayed at the top of the stairs. So there was Dizzy, who was a Pyrenees Lab cross. There was Mudfoot, who was my Husky Wolf hybrid, and um, there was the cat, Casper cat, and he ignored them all. This little black dog walked past them all, didn't stop to sniff them, didn't stop to touch nose, didn't stop at all, just walked right past them, right straight up to me. I was sitting on the couch and came right straight up to me and jumped in my lap and curled up, and he was so cold. I just left him there. I said, okay, you're mine. And that's how he came to be. So, very special when he came to us. Like I said, I'll never forget how he got to us. Because it was just like he was a gift from God, He was, because I was very, very depressed, and I was going through really bad depression because a month before I had had a very traumatic miscarriage where I almost died. And I was mourning not having anything in my lap, and I was expecting a baby. So yeah, it was a tough time for me, and Punta came into my life just at the right time. So yeah, it's a good story. It's a good story. It's worth telling. It is because he was a good dog. He was my constant companion, but he barked at everything. And if you went outside, you couldn't put anything on the grass, like your purse, you couldn't put on the grass. Your backpack, you couldn't put on the grass because if it was on the grass, it was his and he was peeing on it. It was his. It's on his grass. He was very much either a Napoleon, seriously, he had a Napoleon complex, or the Pepe Le Pew from Bugs Bunny, wanting to love the kitty kitty. Well, he wanted to love everything, mostly the kitty kitty. He tried it with Dizzy girl, and Dizzy was having none of that. She put him in his place. Oh, he survived. He learned. Yeah, so I had to bring in the little guy today. Yeah. No, there's something special about having something special about having little dogs. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like the big dogs. Oh dear, I like the big dogs, but the little dogs are sweet. I don't know. They just are. There we go. Okay. Oh yeah, yeah. had a paint project out there and didn't want him peeing all over it. Yeah, what is it with the little ones, eh? Especially the boys. They gotta pee on everything. I mean, when I was walking him, seriously couldn't take 2 or 3 steps and then he'd stop to pee on something. 2 or 3 steps, stop to pee on something. We used to joke, my husband and I, because it took forever to walk him anywhere. Because he was always peeing on something and sniffing. That, he had to do this because he was telling his followers every little step of the way exactly what was going on. Oh, he was a funny little dog. Oh, that's funny, Susan. Her son's taking the trash out and his cat is acting like he left him. We get the same thing here with the cat, with my husband's cat. And my husband wasn't a cat person, but Solstice, Solstice has decided, Solstice decided that my husband was his. And when we had Samhain, he would beat up Samhain at night to because Samhain and my husband had a very special relationship, and Solstice was very jealous of that. So yeah, he used to take it out on Samhain at night when we were sleeping, and hi Robert, hi CDC. Uh, anyway, um, now that he's the only cat, he's much happier, and he cries. He meows so loud when my husband is gone. So loud, like I can't believe how loud he is. And it's like, do you not hear yourself screaming? Like, you understand you're screaming in meow, right? Oh my goodness, he's a loud cat. And he loves to hear his voice. He loves to meow. Always when we're sleeping. Because you don't hear him right now, do you? No, no. He's worse when we sleep. He likes to know where we are and he'll go around the house meowing. Yeah, animals. And yet I'd have another dog in a heartbeat. I would. I never used to be a dog person. I never used to be a dog person. I was a cat person. I grew up in a pet store with a store cat named Shadow, and he and I were like this. And he was such an awesome cat. He really was. We talked to each other and we understood each other, and I was the only one who could bathe him. Yeah, because he liked to roll in dust and dirt, and he liked to roll in all sorts of nasty things. So I would have to give him a bath on a regular basis. And I was the only person who could bath him. Don't ask me why. He's just a cat. But no, nobody else could bath him. They were scared of him. It's so funny. Yeah. Oh, you want to see it? I'm still working on the. Let's bring it out. Make sure I know where my. I'm on ball number 3. I just started ball number 3, actually. So there we are so far. Oh, your son's cat is named Shadow? You're a rat person? Pet rats are so cute. Hey, I had a pet rat too. His name was Bartholomew Radcliffe the Third. I was 13. Don't ask me. I don't know why I named him that. But he was beige and white, and he had purple eyes. I had him from the time he was born, kind of thing. My mom said, okay, pick a pet. I didn't want a frickin' evil hamster because hamsters are evil and not as cute and not as clean. So I went with the baby rat. The litter had just been born. So as soon as they got markings and opened their eyes, I picked him because he had purple eyes. And that's really why I picked him. He was the only one in the litter with purple eyes. And oh, I had a little harness for him, and I'd take him outside for walks, and he'd sit in my pocket. And then Fish and Wildlife came into Mom's pet store and demanded she give them all of her rats because they were illegal to sell in Alberta because Alberta is a rat-free province. So even though Mom argued that they were there, we not as pets but as snake food because we had um, several snakes in the community that were large and eating rats. Um, they said no, and they took all her rats. But Mom hid mine. I had them for another day or two, and then while I was at school, they came in. They heard that I still had a rat, and they made Mom give them up. So yeah, I was heartbroken. He was my first real pet, not counting the kitten my mom took from me. When I was younger, my mom gave my brother and I a kitten. We each had a kitten. He had a little boy, I had a little girl. They're from the same litter. They're both orange and fluffy. But we were young. Mom tried to explain the litter box and how it had to be cleaned every day, but she ended up doing it and she didn't like that. And one day we came home and our pet kittens were gone. And we ended up with three Siamese cats that were full grown and didn't like kids. But they were purebred and they were show quality. Yeah. Oh, yes. No, hamsters are not good pets for little kids. They aren't. Because kids want to hold. Well, you hold a freaking hamster, and a hamster's going to bite you, and they have teeth. Let me tell you, they have teeth. Oh my god. I hate hamsters. I just do. My thumb still remembers being bit by a hamster. Teeth went through the nail. It was horrible. Whoa, I just missed it. No, I didn't. I got it. Okay. Okay. So my husband bought me new yarn. He surprised me when he came back from Regina the other day. He bought me yarn. You had a pet bird, gave it away to a friend's mom. I had a pet bird. Well, okay, not really. I had budgies as a child and I bred them. Then I sold them. because they were fancy budgies. I put a green budgie together, a green and yellow budgie together with a blue and white budgie. And oh, you should have seen the really pretty offspring I ended up with. Gorgeous, gorgeous little birds. And I hand tamed them to the point where you could pick them up, like put them on your hand, but that was it. I didn't do anything else with them. And I sold each of those babies for $35. No word of a lie, which was a good price, higher than my mom was selling budgies. But got the bull bird from Woolworths. Really? I miss them because I liked their corn dogs. My dad would always take me into Woolworths, and they had this food counter right in the door, and you could get like hot dogs and corn dogs and I think fries. I don't remember, and ice cream. And Dad would always get me a corn dog, and that's my memory of Woolworths. I miss their corn dogs. Trust me, I love a good corn dog. I love me a good corn dog. So my husband sent me a picture of yarn. And he said, "Which one do you want?" And I said, "Surprise me because I'll take any of those color combinations." And I did. And he did. Look at what he got me. Isn't that pretty? This is called Cover Story Dreamland. It is soft like Chanel. It's isn't that pretty colors? So he got me four of them. He got me four of them. They are 10.6 ounces or 300 grams. They're 148 yards or 135 meters. They're machine washable and dryable. And this is a super bulky number 6. And it says you should use a 9 milli, which I have. So there's not a lot of patterns for this yet. So I'm not sure what I'm going to make. But yeah, I got four of them. And yes, my husband is right. I don't know what to build. They are beautiful colors. Isn't that beautiful? It's called Prairie Sunset. Prairie Sunset. And I have to smile because we live in the prairies, right? Saskatchewan. And we have beautiful sunsets. So yeah, I'm excited to see how it works out. I'm really excited to see how it works out. So I'm gonna put a poll on and attach it to this video after. So come back after in a day or two, and make sure you answer the poll. It's gonna be I wanna poll you guys and see what I should make. I've got like three ideas of what I should make with that yarn, and I want your opinion. So I want to do a poll. Um, just enough with that orange. He's been teasing me about orange. There was this horrendous, ugly yellow and orange one. And I said, I'll take any of the colors on that shelf except that one. That's how that went. And he's been teasing me ever since about that yellow and orange one. So, but I'm going to put a poll. I'm thinking either a little capelet, there's enough yarn there to make a little capelet for my shoulders for this winter, which I need because I'm always cold, always like my upper back and my upper chest and my upper shoulders are always cold. So, not the rest of me, it's just up here. So, I was thinking a little capelet or leg warmers and fingerless gloves because I could do with a set of leg warmers. I need a set of leg warmers for this winter to help keep my legs warm in the house. Isn't that scary? So, yeah, maybe not so much in the house, but yeah. So, yeah, um, capelet, leg warmers, fingerless glove uh, set, and then there was something else. Oh, a little lap gown because I got enough. I got four, so that's enough for a little lap gown. Yeah, sleeping with a hat on when it's cold, and it works, doesn't it? I've done that before too. Yep, I remember days like that, places like that. I do. So, but we have a furnace this year. First year with a furnace. Hasn't been turned on yet. So, can't wait. All we've been using is the air exchanger. So, haven't turned on the heat yet. Can't wait. That'll be exciting. It is. It is so snuggly. Absolutely. So I like sometimes when it's cold wearing socks. I know some people are against wearing socks at night. They say you're not supposed to. I don't understand that. I do understand feet need to breathe, but I put on different socks that are for nighttime. I have socks. They breathe. So invite you over to snuggle with the puppy. No, you'll take the Friggy. I know what your plan is. You plan to get in here and snuggle with the puppy and make me lower my guard because he's so cute, and then you're gonna steal the Friggy. No, my Friggy. Oh, funny, honey. You promise you won't. Oh, you guys. Uh, yeah. Oh, and now I'm wishing I could open my window, but we actually closed it. Closed, closed, closed. As in, don't open your window again this season because it's closed. Hubby has to get out this long pole and then he makes it longer and then he pushes it against the window and pushes the window in because it's the only way I can get the window to close because the winder only works to bring the window this far and then it's still like this far and it's not not I don't have the strength of my fingers to bring it closer. My puppy, my Friggy, my air fryer, Robert. Ah, it's getting warm in here. Stuffy. I turn on fan. That'll cool me off. So yeah, it's been I haven't done much in this room at all work wise, but I've been gaming and I've been crocheting I've been crocheting downstairs. I've been crocheting up here. I've been bringing my sweater back and forth. So I haven't crocheted anything else. It's only been I've been working on my sweater exclusively this week, which is awesome. I'm happy to hear that. I'm happy to have done that. So I'm going to do that again this next week, exclusively my sweater. I'm so close to getting the back panel done, and then I start the front panel. And then once that's done, a sweater is goes together so much faster once the back and front panel are done, because they're the biggest part of the sweater. So once they're done, the sleeves will go by fast, and then the neck ribbing. So yeah, and then I'll have a new sweater, which will be awesome. Awesome. I'm looking forward to it. It's just such a nice yarn to work with. So I'm really glad I got it. Well, yeah, I can't have the mixer because no more shortbread cookies. And I like my shortbread cinnamon roll cookies. Well, your shortbread cinnamon roll cookies, but they're mine. They're Trisha's cookies. They're named Trisha's cookies. They are. They're named after me because my honey made cookies, and I don't like shortbread. And he loves whipped shortbread. So he had to come up with a way to make me cookies that I'd like and I'd eat. And he likes whipped shortbread. So after a lot of um, yummy recipes, he created this cookie where he makes this he mixes up this cinnamon sugar mix, and I think he uses two different types of sugars. I'm not sure. I think he's got a little bit of Damara in there along with the cinnamon and white sugar, and he makes he rolls out this really thin ribbon of uh, the whipped shortbread. So if you work with whipped shortbread, you know it's really hard to work with because it's so whipped. Damara and white. I was right. It is Damara and white. So he does this and then he rolls it up. Those big fingers roll up this little delicate whipped shortbread concoction. Then he picks it up and he puts it on, and they look like little mini cinnamon rolls on their sides. And then he bakes them. Then they don't look so much like cinnamon rolls because they flop down, but it is so good. They are so good. I love them. But I like his no bake cookies too. Hint hint. Hint hint. No bake cookies are good. I would like some no bake cookies. You don't have to make a big one. Just make a little one. Or Rice Krispie squares are good too. You can make those. He makes awesome Rice Krispie squares. I need sweets. You know what? I've just realized it's gonna be October soon, and then it's gonna be November, and then it's gonna be November, December, and then it's gonna be January, my birthday month. Ooh, my birthday's coming soon. We'll have to actually count the days. Yes, and remind everybody it's gonna be my birthday in January. You're losing internet. No. It's turkey season. Yes, it is. It is turkey season. And how many turkeys do we have? How come we only have one turkey? And I know. We don't have room for another turkey, but you could go get a fresh turkey and we could cook it. Go get one from the Hutterites. 5 months of turkey. Yes, 5 months of turkey. But go to the Hutterites and get turkey this year. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I think we could get a big turkey from the Hutterites. And it would be fresh. I like me a fresh turkey. It's been a while. I've never had fresh turkey. And then hubby was working at Costco, and that was their Christmas bonus. Everybody got to take a fresh turkey home. Wow, what a difference! What a difference in the texture of meat. I just have to say, I prefer fresh over frozen. Yeah, so I think we should go to a farmer, and get a turkey this year. Yes. And then I gotta figure out all this time. I gotta figure out. I'm gonna have to figure out what I want for tea for my birthday supper because hubby makes me supper, and I can ask for anything, and he will make it like within reason. I'm not gonna ask him for like donaires and expect him to go out and get the lamb meat, you know. But like one year I asked for lasagna. One year I asked for what's that word, honey, that I like to eat? Fondue. That's it. One year I did fondue. I did fondue, I think, last year. It was good. I don't want fondue this year. No, it takes too long. Nobody else likes fondue but me. I like fondue. I have the oil fondue for the meat and the veggies and the tempura batter, and it's good. And then I have the cheese with the bread and the broccolis and the crackers. And then I have the chocolate with the cake and the donuts and the strawberries and the marshmallows because it's supposed to be eaten all together, right? So yeah, but it takes forever. Takes a long time. Setup takes a while because you got to cut up all those vegetables, all that meat. But damn, I think I want to do a fondue soon. Hmm. Mm-mm, turkey. So what is everybody having for supper? I did not eat before I came on camera. Chocolate dip doesn't work with turkey. Could be for dessert. Pumpkin pie works better for turkey though. Yeah. I didn't get a chance to eat supper, so when I'm done, I'm going to eat supper. I have leftover beef rib with rice to eat tonight. Yeah, how can you tell, eh, Susan? How can you tell my husband likes turkey? Turkey. Yes, my husband likes turkey. Just a little. It's his favorite meat. He'd have it every day if he could. Turkey, turkey, turkey starts with T. Yeah. No, it's from C is for Cookie song. C is for cookies, that's good enough to me. C is for cookies, that's good enough to eat. C is for cookies, that's something, something, something. C is for cookie. Cookie, cookie starts with C. I have the Sesame Sing Along book. I bought it. It was at a garage sale. I think it was a church garage sale. I'm not sure, but it was this. It was the Sesame Street popular songs from Sesame Street, and it's sheet music, so you can play it too. And there's Rubber Ducky, You're the One. There's C is for Cookie from the Cookie Monster. Big Bird has one. The Snuffleupagus song, and there's all these songs from all the different characters. So we have that. Fish patties sound yummy, but I'm really picky about my fish. I only like certain fish patties, like fish fingers. I love fish fingers, like the highlight Captain Highlight or Captain Highlighter Highliner. Anyway, the guy with the captain with the who has the fish. Yeah, I like his fish. The breaded fish sticks, the breaded fish. Yeah, no, I don't eat salmon. No, I don't like salmon. Salmon's yuck. I like tuna, but I don't like salmon. No, mom made me eat salmon. It was yuck. I miss the smell of a good salmon sandwich because it would bring back memories of my mom, but I don't need to smell it that bad. That's it, Highlander fish plant. That's it, Highlander fish. Yeah, that fish I like. I like eating. That's good fish. Breaded with ketchup. I don't use tartar sauce. I use ketchup. And if you didn't think fish and ketchup go together, you have to try breaded fish with ketchup. I like to go to Joey's Only. It's a restaurant chain. Every Tuesday they do all you can eat fish and chips. And they have big, long fillets of fish. And they have big basket of fries. And you can get as many fries as you want. You can get as many fish pieces as you want too. But you have to eat all of your fries first before they'll bring you more fish. Or something like that, if I remember correctly. I would always ask. They'd have tartar sauce all over the place, but no, no, no. Just wants ketchup. Just wants ketchup. Pour a big thing of ketchup in the basket and cut up that fish, and there you go. Dip it like fries. Mm mm mm. And I hate eggs and ketchup. I don't understand people who put ketchup on their eggs. That's gross to me. To each their own, but that is really gross to me. It really is. I hate looking at it. It's just, ugh. just gets me right in the stomach. Yeah. Took you years before you would eat fish sticks. I'd eat fish sticks. Yeah, and after 14 years in a slaughterhouse, you still won't eat ham. Nope. But you buy it for me, and I appreciate that. You buy me small shoulders here and there, and let me have my ham because I love a good picnic shoulder. So, so I think I have to go and see a skin doctor. I have a patch, a very small patch right here that I can poke and I don't feel. It's numb. And it's raised and it's got a different texture than the rest of the skin around it. Yeah, you'll eat hot dogs, but preferably beef hot dogs. You'll eat bologna, but preferably beef bologna. So, hello, still not eating pork products. Ooh, I just killed a bug and it exploded. Like literally, it exploded. Ew. I don't know why it exploded, but it exploded. Too much ketchup gives you heartburn. Yeah, yeah. I can understand that. I haven't figured out if that's why I get heartburn some nights. I have to maybe look into that because I don't generally get heartburn, but some nights I get really bad heartburn, and it's not because of spicy food because I've thought that, but no, I'll eat spicy food and I won't have a problem with heartburn. Maybe it's the ketchup. Who knows? I don't. Honey, I think we need to eat those last two pogos. You have one and I have one. Then you could bring me up one, please, and I'll have it with mustard. Yes, you were a smoke tender for 3.5 years. I married a really smart man, and he can butcher a hog. He can butcher meat. I promised my kids I would marry a butcher, and I did. My parents always wanted me to eat, to meet and marry a man who could provide, and they loved Sean. They loved my hubby. Hello, Mr. Ed. Good evening to you. Welcome in. Yes, you can make your own. I'd like to make my own sausage. Actually, what I'd like is some more of that blueberry pork sausage that we used to get up north from Robertson's. Damn, I miss that sausage. It was so good. They had their own blend of pork sausage, and then they would mix blueberries in it, wild blueberries in it, because there's wild blueberries up the yin yang up north. And then they would make this all into sausages, and you could buy them. Well, I always turn my nose up at them because in my head, meat and fruit do not go together. Okay, so I was at my friend's. We had a sleepover because we were drinking one night, and we had a sleepover or something. And anyway, she made these sausages for me, and they were pork and blueberry. And she said I had to try it. I had to. So I tried it, and wow, it was so good. So those are my favorite sausages. And now Robertson's burnt down with the fires up north last year. So there's no more Robertsons, or earlier this year. I don't know when it happened. But there's no more Robertsons. No more pork and blueberry sausages. Is very sad. Stained for pizza, or even a lot of spaghetti. I think it was something to do with the tomatoes. Oh yeah, it could have been. Yeah, tomatoes are very acidic, so that could have gotten a heartburn. Yeah, yeah, cheese with apple pie. I just why? What is the use of that? What I don't understand cheese with apple pie. I don't get that. It's bad enough people want to put ice cream on top of apple pie and eat it like all together. No, 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 no. If you do that, your pastry gets soggy. And I didn't spend all the time I did in the kitchen making that wonderful pastry up for you to drown it with ice cream. That's how I feel on it. Yuck. Good sharp cheese. I like a good cheese, but not with my apple pie. There's a recipe that I want to try, but I won't eat it. And it's hard for me to make something that I know I'm not going to eat. But it's apple pie, but the cheese with cheese in the crust. And I thought my husband would enjoy that, but I just have a hard time eating something I'm not making something I'm not going to eat. So I know I wouldn't eat it. I'd eat maybe the apple filling. Well, I would eat the apples, but I wouldn't eat the pastry. It's got cheese in it. I know I'm weird. I'm a child of my parents, and my parents were weird. So my dad didn't like any sauces. No sauces. Seriously. We go to Swiss Chalet and they make the best ribs until I married my husband who makes the best ribs ever, even over Swiss Chalet. So anyway, as a child I loved Swiss Chalet ribs. And Dad would sit there and meticulously take off the sauce each and every time. He did not like the sauce, but you can't order the ribs without the sauce. He did that once. They didn't taste good. He didn't like that. So he likes the sauce, but he didn't like the sauce. So he scrape it off. I don't know. But he didn't like sauce on anything. No butter with his pasta, popcorn, potato. No, no butter. No mayonnaise on his sandwiches. Nothing. No mustard, ketchup with his hot dogs. Nothing. Like seriously. My dad was weird. He ate onion sandwiches, plain onion between two pieces of bread, slices of onion, when he felt he was coming down with a cold. Did that every time he felt he was coming down with a cold, he would eat an onion sandwich and he swore by it. He rarely was sick. But when he was, oh my God, what a big baby. And this was back when Contact C came out, and the capsules, and they had the little balls of medicine inside. So he refused to swallow the capsules. My mom would have to unscrew the capsules Mix all of that medicine in with a spoonful of ice cream. I'm not kidding you. And that's how my dad had his medicine. Because my mom had to put it in between ice cream. Yeah, my dad. I love the man, but yeah, he did so many things when I was a child that I promised myself I wouldn't marry a man that was like him, and I didn't. So, yeah. They say usually daughters look for men that remind them of their fathers to marry, but no, I went the absolute other way. Because my dad never helped my mom with anything, and he wouldn't help her cook, he wouldn't help her clean, he wouldn't help her in the store. Well, he grudgingly helped her in the store, but he preferred to stay in the back and say he was doing paperwork when he was actually playing on his computer, playing games. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, that was my dad. No condiments, no nothing, no sauces, no nothing. Uh, he didn't eat scalloped potatoes. He didn't eat. He liked creamed corn, which was weird, because that was about the only thing that with a sauce that he liked. Like he didn't eat spaghetti. He ate spaghetti noodles, and that was it. And I'm sorry, they would be lightly tossed in bit of butter, just so there was something. But no, no butter on his popcorn. None. Just salt, but no butter. No, I couldn't live like that. I liked my butter on my popcorn and my salt. When hubby makes popcorn for me, he puts butter and salt on it. He knows. Yeah. But I'm not supposed to have salt, so I try not to have buttered popcorn too often because I'm not supposed to have salt because salt irritates my inner ear disease that I have and it makes the tinnitus worse. So if you are problemed by tinnitus, look at your diet. Just saying, look at your diet. Salt brings on tinnitus. Too much caffeine brings on tinnitus. Smoking brings on tinnitus. And oh my goodness, hang on. Oh, dizzy spell. I'm okay, Gussie. I'm just dizzy. Oh, oh, dizzy spell. Because that's also caused by my inner ear disorder. Been getting them a lot. Dizzy spells. And I've been drinking caffeine because hubby went grocery shopping and brought back pop. I love my pop. So, and I only drink cola. So of course I have to have my caffeine, right? So I know I'm bad. I complain about my ears and you obviously see me having dizzy spells and yeah, it's my own doing because I like salt and I like caffeine. Too much tobacco also can bring on tinnitus, but I don't smoke anymore. Cigarettes anyway. So I don't have that problem because it's too much nicotine or something. Well, look how white my hair is. Jeez. And I'm only 54, people. Sad. Ooh, look at these pretty dirts I got. Hang on, let me open them. Look at them. Aren't they pretty? Aren't they pretty? Just so pretty. They're purple. They're purple rainbow. I like it. See? They're pretty. I like them. So, I like them. You see, the rainbow doesn't come up very well, but they're purple and rainbow. I love them. Did I see Beagle's Rock in here? If I miss anybody, stand up and say hello. Hey, Yolanda. Yeah, they are. Aren't they pretty? I bought my husband a pair too. They're blue because blue's his favorite color, and I hope he likes them. He hasn't tried them yet. He hasn't thrown darts at me yet. So I say thrown darts at me because there's a dartboard on the other side of my door. So yeah, he likes to tease that he's throwing darts at my head. Hi Kim, how are you doing? Welcome in. I'm just refreshing my page. Refresh my page. So, how are you guys doing tonight? How has your weekend been? Hope you all had a good weekend and a good week. I've been okay. I haven't gone anywhere, like I said. I haven't gone anywhere this week. Haven't left the house. Hubby went to Regina on Wednesday and got groceries for the month because my money came in. And I've been very smart. I haven't spent anything. Well, I spent $10 today on Timu. After I told him I hadn't spent anything, I went and spent $10. I'm bad. I'm bad. I know, but that's all. That's it. And he's probably watching this, and he's probably gonna yell at me. No, he wouldn't yell at me. But yeah, $10. But it could have been worse. But no, they let me get away with $10. So usually they have a $35 spending limit, but don't like spending when it's $35 spending limit before you get free shipping. I like buying when it's on like okay, spend $10. So I spent $10. So yeah, I'm gonna get a crochet book and some glow in the dark Christmas nail stickers. So yeah, I'm looking forward to when those come in. We'll see if I have nails, because right now this is the state of my nails. So I don't have many nails. I'm thinking of trimming them till they're nothing again because they're getting long and they're unshaped. And I bought a whole bunch of nail files. You think I could find them in this mess? So I really have to get started on this room, but listen, Robert, don't go picking on me, you. Calling the cops. I know, right? I shouldn't do that. Timu is so evil. But I don't have the urge to shop on Timu like I have had. So that's nice. That's nice. And like I said, hubby really spoiled me this trip. Like he bought me yarn. So I got four new balls of yarn, four new cakes of yarn that I never had before. It's all new yarn to me, and he bought four cakes. And he bought me. He also came home with my favorite um, bath salts, Dr. Teal's sativa hemp salts. It has sativa hemp essential oil, whatever, in it, and it helps with the aches. It really works. Really works. Love it. And bath bubbles. I haven't had a bubble bath in a long time. I had a bubble bath this morning. It was awesome. So, yeah, it was nice to have a bubble bath. All the things we can do now that we have hot water. Oh, it's so nice having a hot water heater. You know, you take it for granted, but when you don't have a hot water heater or even heat, it makes life hard. Like I'm looking forward to this winter. We have heat. We have a furnace now. It's going to be so exciting. Get so excited over the silliest things. I really do. But I can't help it. We've lived all this time in this house with no furnace and no hot water heater, and it is nice to finally have them. It's awesome. So yeah, I think I'm going to end up having to documents properties. How come I can't get that documents properties window? Like, why can't I? Won't let me. Doesn't show me that. My furnace. No, not your furnace, Robert. My furnace. I'm paying for it. I'm paying for it. It's mine. Mine, mine, mine. Ours. Sorry, honey. Ours, ours, ours. Robert, you're going to get me in trouble. Damn it. Stop trying to get me in trouble, Robert. It's not very nice of you. Picking on me. Why do you gotta pick on me? I've been on for an hour and 38 minutes. I think that's awesome. I think that's awesome. I'm going good. And it's all thanks to you. There we go. So yeah, after I after I'm finished with this live, I have to eat and then I have to work on my laptop so I can game. It's all about gaming. Think, 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 think. Think, 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 think. Oh bother. Winnie the Pooh. I like Winnie the Pooh. I want to eventually amigurumi a Winnie the Pooh. So eventually, when I get good at amigurumi, I haven't even done an amigurumi yet. So really, every time I try to start one, it's like I lose my place because of all the frickin' counting. So you're about to grab your last cup of coffee for the day? Oh my goodness, I wish I could have coffee this late. Wait, I can. Now get this, okay? So you make your coffee in your Keurig. Okay, I make my coffee in my Keurig. It's hazelnut coffee. And then I pour it in the blender with ice cubes. Then I whip it up. Now, would I put my cream in with it? Would I put my cream in after it? After it's all whipped up? Does it matter? These are things I need answered. So yeah, I'm thinking of actually making myself an iced coffee. Is that what an iced coffee is? It sounds like a lot. Uh, Sounds like a mulatte if it was ice cream. Oh, honey, do we have ice cream? Probably not. Put the cream in after. Okay. I've never made it before, so I'm hoping it works out because I want to have coffee slush. I don't know what it's called, but you get it at co-op. And when it's mixed with ice cream, it's called mulatte, and you get it from Dairy Queen. I love my mulattes. So yeah, because I got a hazelnut cream coffee. I got lots of hazelnut cream coffee. And I got lots of cream, vanilla cream, and they go good together. They go really well together, but I don't want to drink hot coffee. I want to drink cold iced coffee. So yeah, I don't want ice cubes with the cream. I want it to be cream. Oh, that's why you don't put the cream in then blend. That would make sense. Thank you. Put the cream in after. Gotcha. Okay. Because I think I'm gonna make that. That sounds really nummy. Hint, hint, honey. Put the cream in after. I don't even know if he's still watching it. If he's taking the hints. Don't own a Keurig? Yeah. That was our anniversary gift to each other, our Christmas gift or something. We buy, we spend our money rather than buying each other gifts. We tend to just buy something for the house, like an appliance or something, and then it works. That's what we did for our anniversary this year. We bought a big long griddle, and it's awesome. You can put a whole bunch of pancakes on it, or a whole bunch of pancakes and eggs and sausages all at the same time. It's awesome. It's a long, long beastie. But our stove top doesn't work anymore because um, after 4 years of using the big burners on our stove top to heat up pails and pails and pails of water, the two front big burners don't work. All that we got working on our stove now is the little burners. That's it. So I said to hubby, you know what we should do for our anniversary? We should buy a griddle. And then we don't have to worry about trying to fry something using those big spots on the stovetop because they only went to high. They didn't do anything but high. That was it, just high. Didn't matter what the setting was on the knob. It was high. So You can't cook on them because you burn stuff. Costco doesn't have a bad deal on Keurig cups, so that's where hubby buys his is Costco. And then I want to get him those reusable ones because he's got a lot of loose coffee still because he used to use a filter, used to use a coffee maker, but yeah, I like. I think I'm going to have to try that coffee thing. Yep, yep, yep. Make the coffee in the Keurig. Well, yes, I guess it could also be called an electric skillet, except it's long and it doesn't have a edge like a skillet would have an edge around it, right? And this is just a griddle. It doesn't have an edge, but it's just flat and not very deep, flat and long. You can cook a lot of things on it at once, and I like it. We use it for pancakes, and we use it for pancakes and sausages and hamburger patties. So things that we would usually use the stove to cook on, but because the frying pans don't work on very well on the little burners, and that's all we got working except for high. Yeah, we need a new stove, but we need other things first. We need so many other things. Like the vehicles need other things, and they need now as opposed to a stove that still works. So yeah, we plug it in. Yeah, we plug it in. It is an electric griddle, and it's nice. It's nice to have. But my hubby gets it out of the box. We still have the box it came in because it's a good way to store it because it's so long and it doesn't fit anywhere. So hubby keeps it in its. It also keeps it clean, which is nice because then we just take it out of the box and we can use it right away. And then it's easy to clean up if you clean it up right away because it's all non-stick. So we give it a wipe down, clean it up with, dry it off with the paper towels, and once it's cooled off, we put it back in the box. Well, my hubby puts it back in the box. Oh yes, we have one of those, Yolanda. We do have one of those. Maybe a couple of them. I know we've got some long ones, and then I think we've got a pan. I'm not sure. Yeah, isn't that a problem? Space, storage, always an issue. Always an issue. I've been on for almost 2 hours. I want to thank you guys for keeping me engaged. I appreciate it. Always makes the 2 hours go by so much easier and faster. But that also means that our time is coming to a close, which is sad, but I'm glad I got this chance to talk to you guys. And I'd say maybe next week I'll have my room done. Ah, let's face it, it won't happen. Eventually. Eventually. Now that I've got little girl being good on her leash. Oh, sorry, Bessie. Sorry, Bessie. Now that I got little girl, why is she chewing on your bone? No, this is his bone. This is your bone. Really? You're gonna go after his bone? Really? No. No. Eat your bone. Eat your bone. Let me show you guys. This is Little Bit's bone. This is Gus's bone. Gus's bone used to look like this, but he cleaned it off. He's just got a little bit at this end left. So who's chewing on his bone but her? Meanwhile, this is tucked away so nobody gets it because I didn't let him have it. So I give him back his bone, and I give her this one, and she goes back to this one. There's nothing on it, and she would rather give this one up and have this one. Here's your bone. Yeah, I know you want hers. Have your bone. Gussie, not yours. Not yours. You're a brat. I give up. At least they don't fight over the bones. I have 23 more hours to go. You live in an apartment, there's no yard or nowhere to keep it. I remember my apartment days. I remember my apartment days. Raised two kids in an apartment for the most part, especially Todd. Todd was raised in an apartment for the most part. It wasn't until he was uh, 14. Wasn't until he was 14 that we moved into a townhouse. Sorry. Um, Matthew was only 6, so in his head we've always lived in a townhouse and then a house. But Todd has very different memories. Todd has very much different memories because we were a lot poorer during his growing up years. He remembers how poor we were, how bad things were. He remembers. Things were better with Matthew because I was already educated. I went to school right after Matthew was born, and I stayed in school and I got my education, and then I went to work right away with Syncrude up in Fort McMurray, and then I went to work for IBM in Edmonton. And so I was making a paycheck, and it wasn't a bad paycheck. It was just still really tight with two kids, and I ended up having to go into subsidy housing, which wasn't too bad. It was row housing, which is like townhouse, but it wasn't too bad. I didn't mind it. Uh, Now there was a lot of kids in the same complex. Of course, Matthew had friends. Once they learned they shouldn't pick on him. Still happens sometimes. Yes, Yolanda, they're silly puppers. So yeah, but Todd is now on his own. He's out in Saskatoon. He's going to school, and school is going really well for him. He's really enjoying it, which is awesome because if you can engage him, he'll be there every day. His marks will be at the top. Like, if he's engaged, he becomes the best student. It's when he's bored that he starts not caring. And I'm so happy to hear that he's engaged. He loves his courses. He's learning so much, and it's so cool to hear. So I'm really happy about that. So yeah, I've been all over the place tonight, haven't I? Oh, excuse me. Oh, train, train. I smell. Do I smell pogos, honey? Do I smell pogos? And there goes my puppies. Wow, the big one. Hey, howly dog. That's how she barks. She howls. She's like a hound dog. I smell something in the air. I think my hubby's cooking something. That's why I asked if there's corn dogs. Because he would do something like that because he's an awesome husband. But I'm watching this and it's a little behind actually what happened. So I'm looking at the screen and the door just opened. Yeah. 8:55. So I'm scratchy, I'm itchy. I'm itchy all over the place. I think I don't like the new. I either have really dry skin, but it's not flaking, or so I can't tell, or I'm allergic to the laundry soap. And we've gone through a lot of laundry soap because I'm always itchy. So yeah, I'm itchy. And it sucks because I mean I don't want to go for uh allergy test because the last time I went for an allergy test, I wasn't allergic to anything except for grass, pollen a little bit. But no, I wasn't allergic to anything. Nothing worth having to worry about. So I'd hate to find out, yes, you're allergic now to laundry soap because that's like, so maybe I just have really sensitive skin in my old age. Who knows? I don't have a clue. I just know I itchy. And it sucks when I itchy. Ooh, my ogre's coming up the stairs. Hi. Oh, I love you. You're awesome. I'm almost done. Look at that. He made me pogos. And mustard and pogos. The last two pogos. Hot, 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 hot sticks. Hot sticks. I have an awesome husband. I love him. He's so sweet. Yes, yum yum. I know. This is my supper. So I'm gonna enjoy this because I got a craving. I had a craving. It all started with that Woolworth comment, and then that made me think of their corn dogs, and then that made me think of how I would like a couple of corn dogs, and we only had two left. And hubby didn't buy any more because he couldn't find them. They didn't have any. It was very sad. Oh, you like the sheets of laundry soap? We have some. We have the ones that came out from Canada here. Can't remember what they're called. EcoSense. That's what they're called. EcoSense. They don't seem to make me itch, but I don't know how clean my clothes get. So they came from my mom. May she rest in peace. One of the things that we grabbed from her, she had tons of them. Tons of them. I don't know why she had so many, but she did. We're finally using the last of them up. But we actually use liquid laundry soap. So we use the Kirkland stuff, I think. Or maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, I think we use the Kirkland stuff for the freshener. But no, this is my corn dogs. You go away. You go lie down. Gus, down, down. Oh yeah, right under my chair so I can't move back. Yeah, I am too, Susan. It makes me happy on so many levels. I love my son, but I'm glad to have the house back to just hubby and I. I'm glad to be an empty nester again. Um, I'm really happy he's engaged. Like he's doing really well in school. He's really happy. He's enjoying it. I'm really glad. All of those are positive things for him. So I'm glad he's doing well. Yeah. Oh, I know one. I went over. Oh no, I went over. Oh no. Okay, everybody, I'm gonna go. I want to say thank you very much. I had a blast, and be careful to each other. Be kind to each other. That's what I'm trying to say. Be careful during your week. Be kind to each other. Be kind to yourself because we're usually hardest on ourselves than we are on anybody else, and that's backwards, man. But anyway, thank you for coming out. Thank you for watching. Thank you very much.